This morning, Sarah, you were saying at the start of the programme we've just come out of a rather wet month, so people will be hoping not too many April showers maybe.
Yeah, I think we had all of our April showers back in March, didn't we? March monsoon, I think, more like. Yes, good morning to you. We are seeing a bit of a change, thankfully, eventually, in the weather. It has been the wettest March in England, at least, in over 40 years. Some areas have had more than 3 times the expected March rainfall. So this was the picture yesterday in Cornwall. Now, we've still got some flood warnings out across parts of central and southern England, and there's a bit more rain on the cards for some of us today. But generally, things are going to be drying up after that very, very wet March that we've seen. So through the course of the weekend, we'll start to see the weather turning a corner, becoming drier, becoming brighter as well. But not completely dry this morning because we have got this weather front, which is just lingering through western parts of the UK. It will tend to ease away gradually later on this afternoon. But over the past few hours, it's brought more rain, yet more rain, across parts of Northern Ireland, through Wales into central and southwestern parts of England as well. Also further east, we've got a little bit of drizzly rain. That's moving in from the North Sea on this easterly breeze. So quite a lot of cloud for those eastern areas, drizzly rain, perhaps more persistent for East Anglia. Towards the west, we've got that rain for Northern Ireland, just clearing out of Wales, I think, through this afternoon and becoming quite light and patchy in the southwest. Probably the best of the brightness will be for parts of northern and western Scotland. But in the east, if you've got that breeze coming in, only around about 7 to 9 degrees. But for the rest of us, away from the east coast, we're looking at about 11 to 13 Celsius this afternoon. So then as we head through into the evening hours, then still a little bit of drizzly rain as we say goodbye to the day, but it's going to be easing away through the night. So yes, quite a lot of cloud, but some clearer intervals developing in the east and also for parts of Wales and southwest England. So just locally could be a touch of frost first thing tomorrow, but most of us between about 4 to 7 degrees to kick off your Sunday. So through the day tomorrow, then we've lost that weather front that's with us today. So higher pressure is starting to build in, not too many isobars on the map. Also, that means that the winds are going to be easing as well. So I think tomorrow, the better day of the weekend, if you've got plans to get out and about, more sunshine around. Will be a bit more cloud drifting around Scotland, Northern Ireland, parts of Wales and the southwest of England, but central and eastern areas should be dry and bright, thankfully, at last. Still relatively cool around that east coast, 9 or 10 degrees, whereas further west, we're up to about 12 or 13 Celsius on Sunday. Then as we look further ahead into next week, then, well, high pressure is building in for the UK. If we take a look in the Atlantic, a couple of weather fronts around, so they're going to try and nudge their way in, but they're going to bump into that area of high pressure. So for Monday itself, then, a largely dry, settled day, lighter winds, bit of a change in wind direction as well. So things will turn a little bit warmer, especially this time of year. That sunshine's got some strength to it. So a decent looking day, a bit more cloud drifting into western areas at times, but top temperatures up to about 13, possibly 14 degrees in 1 or 2 spots. And looking ahead through the course of this coming week, fair amount of dry, settled weather. Could be a bit more cloud, perhaps the odd spot of drizzle or rain through the middle of the week. But at the moment, it looks like by Good Friday, temperatures are on the rise. So fairly optimistic at this stage towards the Easter weekend. Naga and Roger.
It's a Good Friday coming up.
It is. It's a Good Friday weather-wise, isn't it? Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, you promised it now, Sarah, so...
Did I put that in writing? No, it's looking good at this stage. See ya.